Amazon founder Jeff Bezos writes Thursday in an extraordinary online blog post that he would rather face the embarrassment of a leaked nude selfie and other compromising photos involving his girlfriend than succumb to what he calls a blackmail and extortion attempt from AMI, the parent company of the tabloid The National Enquirer. Bezos, who is in the midst of a divorce from his longtime wife, posted what he says are emails sent earlier this week from AMI executives, in which they describe the photos in their possession, exchanged between Bezos and his girlfriend, Lauren Sanchez, including a, quote, below-the-belt selfie, otherwise colloquially known as a blank pic. Bezos writes in his Medium.com post, quote, well, that got my attention, but not in the way they likely hoped. Any personal embarrassment AMI could cause me takes a back seat because there's a much more important matter involved here. If in my position I can't stand up to this kind of extortion, how many people can? Bezos continues, quote, of course I don't want personal photos published, but I also won't participate in their well-known practice of blackmail, political favors, political attacks, and corruption. I prefer to stand up, roll this log over, and see what crawls out. David Pecker, who runs the National Enquirer and AMI, is also a close friend of President Trump. Bezos claims the alleged blackmail attempt stems from the Washington Post's coverage of Pecker's alleged ties to Saudi Arabia and Pecker's alleged use of his connections with President Trump to advance his Saudi interests. AMI executives maintain their publishing of those nude Bezos selfies falls under fair use. Quote, with millions of Americans having a vested interest in the success of Amazon, of which your client remains founder, chairman, CEO, and president, an exploration of Mr. Bezos' judgment as reflected by his texts and photos is indeed newsworthy and in the public interest. That AMI executive goes on to write that he rejects any assertion that the company's reporting was the result of any kind of influence by any external forces, political or otherwise, adding that this was simply a news story.